Hello everybody, this is Ghost Hunter 385. I am back with more Kirby, more commentary, and another topic for everybody. Invasion at the House of Horrors. I really wouldn't call that little kid's fun house horrors. I mean, sure, some of the monsters could be horrific if they were drawn right, but this is a kid's game. What do I know? What do I know? Anyway, let's talk today's topic. January 6th. Okay, let's talk about this one for a hot minute. Let's see. President leads a protest because people are complaining about how the election results went. Nothing new there. Truthfully, nothing new. It's happened before. Then you have people protesting, and then you have people rioting, because there were a few there. They did make some havoc, they did make some chaos, there's no need to lie about it. And what were these people protesting? Oh yeah, the fact that some were very disturbed by the electoral process and how things went. Okay, people are allowed to have their concerns and allowed to voice their opinions. And then you had people saying it was an insurrection for a duly elected president. Well, duly elected, depending on how you look at the legality of how things went, is something that should be at least be a fair question. But I digress. That's not the point of this video. That might be a topic for a later video. But let's continue. So after everything happens, all of a sudden this insurrection, this J6, this January 6th, must be investigated because it was an insurrection against the American government. They put up a commission, a council of duly elected representatives to investigate this matter and prosecute it if necessary. And what did they do? They investigated and they investigated. Oh, did they investigate? And guess what? They arrested people because they did things. They protested. They entered the Capitol building when they shouldn't have. Oh, these foul knaves. Oh, these foul knaves. They need to be punished for their crimes. Oh, do they? They do. They need to be punished. Satirical aside, gee, I remember that day hearing about it. I remember pulling out my phone and saying, yep, let's see how long this takes after the investigations that are to come, promised by the party that won its power about this insurrection. And I sat there, picked up my phone and said, yeah, how many years is this going to take before someone actually puts in the question of, what really happened that day? Gee, it's now what? Almost 2 years after the fact, and now it's suddenly being released that Capitol Police were actually escorting people around the building. Gee, makes one wonder if people are truly gullible or people just don't pay attention to what the halls of power do. I mean, gee, think about it for a minute. You have people walking into a federally protected building by federal law enforcement, and magically some people get in the building and just walk around just doing their own thing. I mean, gee, who opened the doors, for Pete's sake? Because sure, were there rioters? Yeah. Were they there causing damage? Yeah. But we still didn't ask the basic question of, these people are there are people rioting. We should be concerned. Yes. And now all of the sudden, we have people magically getting into the Capitol, and oh, it's a problem. These people need to be punished. They need to be arrested, they said. Arrest these people, they said. Arrest these ne'er-do-wells. Gee, wow. And nearly 2 years later, what are we finding out? That some of the people in question were actually let in by the Federal Capitol Police. Now, I might hear some people saying, "What do you mean, federal police?" A lot of the police forces in around Washington D.C. are federal police. They don't answer to the state because Washington D.C. is not a state. It's basically federal land given by which state? Maryland, I believe it is. That they gave land to the federal government so that they could, I don't know, set up some land for the federal to have their own quote-unquote capital in the United States of America. Gee, yeah. And let's turn DC into a state, they said. Even though by doing so, they'd break their own law by doing so. Sheesh. But the point is that a lot of people sat there and asked the one question: how did these people get in the building? And then, surprise, wait, no surprise, guess what? They were let in by the same people who were supposed to protect the building. Shocking. And as for the one death that they blamed on the protest, the insurrection that quote-unquote happened, guess what? He died of natural causes, yet they kept saying it happened because he was killed during the protest. Oh my goodness. So terrible. So terrible. How about, how did these people get in? Oh my goodness. They broke in. No, they didn't. A ton of them were let in by the same police that were supposed to keep them out. This has to be not one of the biggest nothing burgers not in history, but one of the biggest, what is it? What's the best way to phrase this? This has to be one of the best well-played cons by the political system to make people afraid. I mean, think about it for a minute. You had people in committees saying that they couldn't talk about something because, guess what? Guess what they did? They had undercover people hidden in the crowd doing things because, guess what? It fit their narrative. It fit the bill. Gee, who couldn't see this coming a mile away? I know I did. I just rolled my eyes and said, yay, here's the next media circus for a year for politicians to claim they were in fear of their lives. Sheesh. It's, I love I love a peaceful life here, folks, away from the drama of it all. And here's what we get. We get a bunch of political hacks grandstanding to the media of an insurrection that was basically a protest that was hijacked by a bunch of, what's the best way to say this, political pundits who just had to have their limelight. I mean, people love to sit there and say that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez sat there and was afraid for her life. The thing that was actually sad was that she wasn't even at the Capitol when it happened. She was in New York, I think, in her district, off the top of my head. I don't remember clearly, but she was clearly not there. Yay. And how many was it debunked by... Which Fox News host was it? Was it Sean Hannity? I forget, off the top of my head. But he sat there and debunked that she was even there, that she wasn't even there. Ooh, they brought that feature back? Nice. Didn't even know they brought that back. But anyway, I digress. The point is that how many innocent people were put in jail because of this narrative? How many innocent people suffered crimes that they didn't even commit when they were let into the building because a door was unlocked, or person in charge of the Capitol Police said, okay, just let a few in, we'll let a few in, and we'll make a big show of it. Now everyone is too good, now go make it happen. It's like, bloody heck, how many people are going to sit there and lie just for a political motive? Like the time Obama lied about, what was it? Oh yeah, Obamacare, about how it would work and it would be pretty and it would be glorious. And instead they spent almost the rest of his presidency fixing all of the mess-ups with the rollout of Obamacare. And all this is another grandstand hurrah for the political parties to sit there and be happy with themselves. You know, what year is it? Almost 60 years ago. If this happened 60 years ago and this got out to the press, there would be protests in the street demanding the resignation of the people who did this. Yet, there's no protest, and nobody does anything about it. Sure, certain news hosts have made their opinion clear about it, but where's the outrage? Where is anything? There's no outrage, there's no nothing. It's just, oh, yeah. And then the janitor comes out and just sweeps it under the rug. 60 years ago, people would be protesting this. Nothing. And the only thing that's happening for some is that hopefully they get out of jail, and they deserve so much more in compensation for wrecking their lives and wrecking their reputation. Nobody gives a damn. This is a problem, folks. Big problem. Nobody cares. In any case, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.